God will restore Israel. Therefore, the days are surely coming, says the Almighty God, when it shall no longer be said, as the Almighty God lives, who brought the people of Israel up out of the land of Egypt, but as the Almighty God lives, who brought the people of Israel up out of the land of the north, and out of all the lands where he had driven them. For I will bring them back to their own land that I gave their ancestors. I am now sending for many fishermen, says the Almighty God, and they shall catch them, and afterwards I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill, and out of the clefts of the rocks. For my eyes are on their ways. They are not hidden from my presence, nor is their iniquity concealed from my sight. And I will doubly repay their iniquity and their sin, because they have polluted my land with the carcasses of their detestable idols, and have filled my inheritance with their abominations. O God, my strength and my stronghold, my refuge on the day of trouble, to you shall the nations come from the ends of the earth, and say, our ancestors have inherited nothing but lies, worthless things, in which there is no profit. Can mortals make for themselves gods? Such are no gods. Therefore I am surely going to teach them. This time I am going to teach them my power and my might, and they shall know that my name is the Almighty God. Judah's sin and punishment. The sin of Judah is written with an iron pen, with a diamond point, and it is engraved on the tablet of their hearts and on the horns of their altars, while their children remember their altars and their sacred poles, beside every green tree, and on the high hills, and on the mountains, in the open country. Your wealth and all your treasures I will give for spoil, as the price of your sin. Throughout all your territory, by your own act, you shall lose the heritage that I gave you, and I will make you serve your enemies in a land that you do not know. For in my anger a fire is kindled that shall burn forever. Thus says the Almighty God, cursed are those who trust in mere mortals, and make mere flesh their strength, whose hearts turn away from the Almighty God. They shall be like a shrub in the desert, and shall not see when relief comes, and they shall live in the parched places of the wilderness, in an uninhabited salt land. Blessed are those who trust in the Almighty God, who trust in the Almighty God, and they shall be like a tree planted by water, sending out its roots by the stream. It shall not fear when the heat comes, and its leaves shall stay green. In the year of drought it is not anxious, and it does not cease to bear fruit. The heart is devious above all else. It is perverse. Who can understand it? I, the Almighty God, test the mind and search the heart, to give to all according to their ways, according to the fruit of their doings. Like the partridge hatching what it did not lay, so are all who amass wealth unjustly. In mid-life it will leave them, and at their end they will prove to be fools. O glorious throne, exalted from the beginning, shrine of our sanctuary, O hope of Israel, O God, all who forsake you shall be put to shame. Those who turn away from you shall be recorded in the underworld. Don't want to go there. Go to the underworld. For they have forsaken the fountain of living water, the Almighty God. Jeremiah prays for vindication. Heal me, O God, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. For you are my praise. See how they say to me, where is the word of the Almighty God? Let it come. But I have not run away from being a shepherd in your service, nor have I desired the fatal day. You know what came from my lips. It was before your face. Do not become a terror to me. You are my refuge on the day of disaster. Let my persecutors be shamed, but do not let me be shamed. Let them be dismayed, but do not let me be dismayed. Bring on them the day of disaster. Destroy them with double destruction. Hallowed the Sabbath day. Thus says the Almighty God to me, go and stand in the people's gate, by which the king of Judah enter, and by which they go out, and in all the gates of Jerusalem, and say to them, Hear the word of the Almighty God, you kings of Judah, and all Judah.